Hi, my name is Tanner McDougall, and I intend on majoring in health science studies. I have been accepted to Baylor, and I've also applied to the Baylor's honors program. I hope to one day go to medical school and specialize in endocrinology and dedicate myself to researching women's reproductive hormonal conditions. As a young woman interested in the female-specific health issues, the gender disparity in medical research has grown increasingly prevalent to me. For these reasons, the provided quote from Anna Julia Cooper resonates deeply and offers several parallels to my personal curiosities. Cooper considers, if women were given the opportunity to nibble at any side of the fruit of knowledge, they would surely set aside their traditional domestic activities. In the process of brainstorming this quote and the questions provided, I began to really reflect on the concept of if women were once permitted. I believe the purpose of this quote is to highlight the ways in which knowledge has been withheld from women in the past, and in some ways it rings true today. Cooper draws some very interesting illustrations in her description of reading Sophocles or working logarithms, using these items as symbols of knowledge. And before that time that Cooper lived in, women were prevented from reading Sophocles and working logarithms. But since that time, there's been an amazing amount of progress towards women and men being equal in professional spaces, and that's something that I value so greatly. Especially being so interested in the ways that medical research has excluded women's hormonal conditions, I care a lot about the steps that we've made in the right direction. On another note, this quote also got me thinking about my motivations to become a doctor and researcher, as well as a wife and mother. While this quote does bring attention to a history of disparity, it also kind of establishes a bit of a mutual exclusivity between the pursuit of knowledge and traditional homemaking, and I'm not totally convinced that needs to be the case. Assuming the role of a mother within a family is not contingent upon not pursuing knowledge, just as the pursuit of knowledge doesn't prevent you from assuming the role of mother. I believe that fulfillment is found in the pursuit of God and the life that He has called you to live, whether that be through researching new treatments for cancer as a renowned doctor or sewing on buttons as a loving mother. As a follower of Christ, I know Baylor holds every opportunity for me to reach my goals as a pre-med student as well as an individual in my faith. At home, I sing in my church's band and youth band, and some of my most cherished moments are meeting at Starbucks and reading my Bible with my girlfriends. I know I would find so many similar opportunities at Baylor. One of the guiding aspects in my application to Baylor was the assurance that I would be surrounded by people who love Jesus and encouraged to participate in a church and in worship and community outreach. Inspired by Cooper's vision of freely pursuing knowledge, but knowing my identity in Christ as a future mother and doctor, I'm excited to grow as both a student and an individual at Baylor. Thank you.